Welcome back to the Kearsarge Chronicle, and we are here at the gorgeous Ruggles home right on Pleasant Lake in New London. Joining me is Craig Howe. He is from Talbot Builders, and they are the contractors responsible for this glorious place.
Yes, we are.
So tell us a little bit about how this came to be.
Well, the house actually was going to be torn down originally, and after the plans were developed and things were decided that the house was a little too much for the property, they decided to renovate this instead. So we're standing in the dining room of the renovation project. The house was completely gutted. The only thing left really was the frame and the foundation. And we added a screen porch and a garage at the other end and supports for a bigger deck and so forth and so on. The exterior of the house was a lot of darker kind of colors were chosen to blend into the surrounding lake, so that from the lake side it doesn't look like, you know, a big giant house, and from the street side it has still that very classic curb appeal of a cape. So now that we're inside, the house has gone through, as I said, a major renovation. Everything in the house is new. Every window and door. There's over 100 windows in this house.
Wow.
So it does ramble. The process started in the winter of '08. We took us through the summer, and when we finally got of '09, got to the interior of the fall of '09, this is what we're looking at here.
Beautiful. We're in the dining room right now.
That's correct.
This is beautiful. Tell us a little bit about all the woodwork in here. It's gorgeous.
The wood that was chosen for this house is actually a ponderosa pine, very similar to eastern white pine, but it's got a little straighter grain to it, a little more formal look to it. Once that was chosen, we came up with a color scheme that again had a lot of natural tones and earth tones to it. The stain, as you can see here, was chosen to match a lot of the furniture and things like that they had, and has a commercial grade stain on it with several coats of oil to kind of give it a really nice patina to it.
It's nice. It's not shiny. It just has a little bit of just a sheen to it. It's beautiful.
And that's what tung oil would do for a finish, and that's really nice. And also in here, is a good example of the floor that was chosen for this house. This is a antique heart pine. The antique heart pine is a material that actually was at one point a beam in an old mill somewhere.
Oh, that's why they're so wide.
That's right.
It's old.
So yeah, some of this wood as a trees was probably 300, 400, maybe even 500 years ago. This was growing as a tree.
Neat.
And now it's been turned into flooring. Has a lot of the same character that you would see in the old mill building, some nail holes and some bolt holes and some saw marks. So they wanted that kind of rustic feel to it.
Can you talk a little bit about that fireplace? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, the fireplace itself actually existed. We didn't build this. This was here. All we did was we put a rock face around it because the homeowner wanted to get away from the brick look. So this was all brick here originally.
Okay.
And there was a mantle across here that was kind of very modern looking. So we did all this paneling work with these cabinet doors that really don't go to anywhere because there's masonry behind here, and then put this rock face around it.
It's beautiful. It's to retain some of the nice oldness of the home as well.
So maybe we can go into the living room over here, and we can see what's going on in there. It is finished very similar to the dining room, although we chose to use a different paneling in this room. This is a edge bead only beadboard for wainscoting, as opposed to the room in the dining room was more of a formal paneling look. And this is also an example of, we built a lot of cabinetry in this house, and this one here in particular is an entertainment center that is used to house the TV and other components and things in here. So, and off this room there is a screen porch that leads out to the deck as well. On the screen porch there's a fireplace, and it's a great place to sit in the summertime and watch the lake and stay away from the bugs. So as we go upstairs, you can see we brought the paneling all the way up the stairs, and it follows the slope of the staircase going up here. Got a neat old hanging chandelier that was purchased for this space. So at the top of the stairs here, we can show a typical guest suite in this house. This room was renovated, obviously, with the rest of the house, and new dormer put on the lake side, new dormer put on the street side for the bathroom over here. We used the bead board up here. This is a 1x4 edge and center bead. So again, the bead spacing is a little bit closer. This is a little more typical of the bead board you'll see in this area. And the same theme, same window trim and door trim. and such has been used. Also, something that we didn't point out downstairs, there is we do use a special detail to cover the baseboard heat radiation along the edges here and over there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and so instead of seeing the metal baseboard radiation, we cover it with wood, and it allows it to kind of blend into the rest of the woodwork in the room.
It really does.
Yeah.
Good. And the bathroom.
And the bathroom over here, yep, that's beautiful. The bathroom has a tumbled slate floor. The slate is tumbled so to make it look older. Basically, it breaks off.
Gets a rounded edge.
It breaks off all the edges and takes away from that really sharp, crisp kind of tile look, which really isn't in keeping with this kind of house. So that gives it a kind of an older look to it, and that's very typical of a lot of the finishes used in this house. A lot of materials to make it look older, as well as warm and comfortable. And all of the tile floors in the bathrooms and the kitchen also have radiant heat under them, so they're also very cozy in the wintertime.
Yes, that's one of the bad things about tile. It's very cold,
right,
but not in this house.
But not in this house. That's right.
That's great.
So that's and all these bathrooms also have their own shower, custom tile showers, vanity, and a toilet area, and this dormer actually was added after the project started, so that they can get some natural light in natural light in the bathroom as well.
Great.
That's right.
Well, thanks for the tour. This
Sure.
is
Anytime.
really a beautiful
Thank you. Thank you.
piece. It fits in so nicely with everything else that's in our beautiful area and looks great on the lake. So I think people, after seeing this segment, might want to contact Talbot Builders. So can you give us some information?
Sure, thank you. My phone number is 526-4600. My office is right here in London, and the website is talbotbuilders.com.
Great.
So thank you for coming in on the tour with me.
It was our pleasure. Thank you, Craig.
When we return, I'll wrap up our weekday edition of the Kearsarge Chronicle with some highlights coming up on our weekend show starting this Friday morning, so stay with us.